Are you concerned about falling? In the next year, 1 in 4 seniors will experience a fall. Do not allow yourself to become a statistic. Tai Chi is proven to reduce your fall risk by 58%. Classes for all abilities are available throughout DuPage County. Tai Chi. Exercise for life. Exercise for you.
Place your fingers on your collarbone, so your pinkies are almost touching. Bring them just below your collarbone and gently tap those 2 spots. So we'll do some stuff as I do some talking to introduce what's going on for those of you that are new to the class. My name's John, and I'm supposedly in charge of this class. Most important thing is a reminder for those of you that have been here before, and for those of you new to the class, is to do what is right for you. Look after yourself. You have chairs. If you need to sit down, sit down. Okay? Just about everything we do is just as effective sitting down as it is standing up. So if you sit down, you are not losing out on anything. Okay? So keeping yourself safe and comfortable is your #1 priority. And what organ are we stimulating as we tap these spots? Kidneys. So we are tapping 2 acupuncture points for our kidneys to help balance the energy in our kidneys so they function better. Also very good for waking you up if you are feeling tired. And then we move on to the middle of the sternum. And so you're about, if you can feel where your xiphoid process is, everybody know where their xiphoid process is? Yes? It's a little bony thing that sticks down at the bottom of your sternum. You're about 4 fingers above that. Okay? And this is for lungs for breathing and thymus for your immune system. And so those of you that are new, have any of you done Tai Chi before? Yes? No? You and the 2 people at the side of you have done Tai Chi before. Okay. So follow along. Don't stress out on trying to remember everything that we do, because we'll do it again next week. There's a lot of repetition in what I do, a lot of repetition in my jokes as well, so be patient with that. And just follow along, and as you go along through this class, you'll learn it all. And the side of the ribs is for spleen for your digestive system, yes. And if you've done Tai Chi before, this may well be completely different from what you've done before. And that's okay. If you have questions, ask questions. If you have questions that you don't want to ask in front of everybody, come to class a little bit early, preferably, and see me before or after class. And then loose and relax, swing your arm. As loose and relaxed as you can. And arm swinging is for circulation. So clinical studies have shown that arm swinging helps promote heart function and it regulates glycemic control. What would a good length of time be to swing your arms? 10 minutes would be good. What would be better than 10 minutes? 20 minutes would be better. 20 minutes activates your internal organs, stimulates your brain. And what do they say is best of all? 30 minutes. Yes. And if you're here for any length of time, you'll know the answers to the questions I asked. So the first part of your homework for today is to start swinging your arms. Anytime you get the opportunity to swing your arms, swing your arms. 1 or 2 swings is better than nothing. So don't think, oh, I've only got 2 minutes. Just do it. Anything is better than nothing. And that's the way you want to think about this class, is think about taking away maybe 1 or 2, maybe even 3 things at the most. And you'll very quickly build up a little repertoire of things that you can do for yourself. If you try and remember everything that we've done, you'll only get frustrated and you'll end up doing nothing. So think about, all right, got to swing my arm. You can remember how to swing your arms when you get home, is that thing? Yes? All right. One of my classes yesterday, one of my students was picked up by her mom, and on the way out, I'm like, so have you been doing your arm swinging for your heart? And she's like, oh, no, but God. So 1, maybe 2. You're an overachiever, 3. Don't really recommend trying to think about it, trying to remember more than 3 things. If you're a guy, just stick with the 1. Much safer. Right. And allow your arms to come to it. Turn your weight so your arms swing on. Again, nice and loose and relaxed. Remembering to keep your head up and your eyes up. I know we have this nice new floor, but keeping your head up and your eyes up helps your balance, a great deal. Now bring your hands in. Your back hand is going to tap the small of your back on the opposite side, and your front hand is going to tap just in front of your shoulder. Again, it's the turning of your waist that makes your arms move, and you just direct them to where they need to go. Good. And take your arms out. Bring your waist to where it is. Take your ear to one shoulder. Roll your head down around your other shoulder. And then without tilting your head back, bring it across the top. Exhale around. Inhale. Exhale. In. One more. Change that. So again, so think about taking your ear to touch your shoulder. Then you look down and bring your other ear to touch your other shoulder. Now from here, you think, okay, well, I'm going to take this ear to this shoulder. I'm going to take it the shortest distance is across. Again, we exhale around. Inhale across. Exhale. Inhale. One more. Bend your knees, let your arms hang down, loose and relax. Roll your shoulders. One more. Change direction. One more. Straighten up. Rub your hands. So make sure you rub your hands all over, not just the palms, to the backs of your hands. Wrists. Other wrist.
If you do that, are you supposed to let the hand wobble?
It doesn't matter. As long as it's comfortable, that's okay. And quite how you do these things really doesn't matter. I mean, like I do like a Chinese burn on mine, like forearm. As long as you're massaging it, as long as you're stimulating the skin, the fascia, the flesh underneath, promoting blood circulation, doesn't quite matter how you do it. Other forearm. Other forearm. And other forearm. So we have four arms. Elbow. Make sure that you get inside of your elbow. That's actually the more important part. And your other elbow. Just shake your arms out a little bit. And then the webs of your thumbs, gently tap the webs of your thumbs together. And the webs of your fingers. Make sure that your fingers are nice and relaxed as they rub up onto the back of your opposite hand. And interlace your fingers, roll your wrists in. And change direction. You may find that this way doesn't work very well. It will in time. And push one wrist up and then the other. And then nod your wrists. rub your palms. So hands on your waist would be good. Better would be to have the backs of your hands on the floor of your back. Best of all is to have your palms. If your palms create a tension that's uncomfortable, go to the back. If this is uncomfortable, go to this. So if you are standing, you're going to keep your head still, your head upright, and circle your waist. If you're sitting, you're going to circle your shoulders. Okay, so circle your. Inhale, move back. Exhale, forward. Inhale. Exhale. Remember to keep your head up and your eyes up. One more. Change direction. Circle the other. Again, keeping your head up and your eyes up. One. All right, now think about the very tip of your tailbone. And we're going to move the tip of our tailbone forwards, backwards, left, and right. So that we're trying to isolate the movements of our pelvis. So, tip of your tailbone, think about moving that forward. So you get this pelvic tilt going up. And then move it back to neutral. And then move it to the left. Back to neutral. Move it back to neutral, and then to the right. So it's only going to move maybe an inch. Not a big movement. But when you get it right, your low back will feel really good. Okay? So we go forward, neutral, left, neutral, back, neutral, right, neutral. So go around in those 4 directions. And then change direction. Go round the other one. If you're having difficulty with this, don't be surprised. This one takes a bit of figuring out. And ladies, if you think this is difficult, you'll try being a guy trying to do this. Guys do not get pelvic tilts. And ladies, we need to bring some more guys into this class. Good. All right. All right, so with your foot in the shape, it will be as if you were standing on your tiptoes. Tap the ball with one foot. And then tap the ball of your other foot. Okay. As a refresher for those of you who have not been to class in a little while, and for those of you that are new, we are going to work on the 4 movements of Qigong. And so these are the 4 basic movements that we construct everything else that we are going to do out of. So whether you're sitting or standing, pull your feet shoulder width apart, back up straight, head up tall, arms relaxed at your side. And so one of the 4 movements would be what? Up and down. So we're going to move our hands up and down. The basic way that we do this is in the introductory movement, where your hands will float up to the height of your shoulders and sink down. So nice and relaxed. Inhale, float your hands up. Exhale, sink your hands. Inhale. Exhale. Again, nice and relaxed. Nice and gentle. Trying to be as fluid in our movement as we can. And so you want to try and imagine that your hands and your arms are like water flowing up the beach. So the water flows into the beach, and it flows out. And it never stops moving. It just flows in, flows out. One. Now up and down, our arms could also go up to the sides. And down. Again, typically, inhale, float our hands up. Exhale, sink our hands. Inhale. Exhale. So nice and relaxed. Concentrating on the movement, being as deliberate as we can. 1. So those are 2 different ways that we can do the up and down. You could do one hand at a time. You could alternate, which would be one hand at a time. But as long as your hands are going up or down, like they might go up at a 45-degree angle, they may go down at a 45-degree angle, it doesn't matter. Okay. The other way that we do this, though, is the closing movement. And with the closing movement, we bring our hands fingertip to fingertip, and we bring our hands up to the level of our nose, we turn the palm down, and we press down. Inhale, bring your hands up. Exhale, press. Inhale. Exhale. So a visual that people often use with this is that you are inhaling fresh energy into your body in the air that you're breathing, and then you exhale, you push that energy down into your center. So think about filling the bowl of your palm. So you inhale fresh energy into your body, and you exhale, you compress it down into your center. And bring your hands forward. Are we okay with up and down? Yes? I know some of you have been here before. It's like, I know this. So what would another of our 4 basic movements be? What else can we do with our arms, our hands, as well as up and down? In and out. Okay, so we can move our hands in and out. It could be to the front. It could be to the sides. It could be up at an angle. It could be down at an angle, but any time that your hands are away and they move closer to you and they move further away. So let's do this as the push the mountain exercise where we're going to go up forward. So our hands float up to the height of our shoulders. And we bring our hands like our wrists into our shoulders. And gently push forward. Inhale, bring your hands in. Exhale, push your hands. Inhale. Exhale. So as your hands come in, think about how your shoulders move. And think that your shoulder blades are coming gently closer together. As your hands go out, your shoulder blades move apart. So it's not just your hands and your arms that are moving, it's your shoulders moving your arms moving your hands. One more. And sink. Okay. Any thoughts, questions on in and out? We do one way, one in, one out. Nothing? All right. What would the third way we can move our arms be? Circles. Okay. So place your hands palm down in front. Turn to the left. Reach your hands out. Turn to the right. Forward. Inhale to the left. Exhale to the right. Inhale. Exhale. So this is important because you are using your waist now to create a circular motion in your hand. So each of these movements actually does a lot more than you think it does. Yes. Start at your center, change direction. So turn to the right, reach out. So it's the turn to the left that moves your arm forward. Inhale to the right. Exhale to the left. Inhale. Exhale. One. Good. Stop in front of you and take your palms to face each other. So if we can do horizontal circles, what other direction could we do circles? If it's not horizontal, what's it going to be? Vertical. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to turn to the left. I'm going to bring our hands up. Turn to the right. And bring your hands down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So again, notice Because it's the turn of your weight that creates the circle. Your arms really just go up and down. Your legs do okay. Alright. So start at the bottom. I'll come back to that. Change direction. One. So there's a really good question. Do your legs move? The answer to that is yes and no. Okay? There's actually a lot more to it than meets the eye. But it's a really, really good question to ask because it brings up an important point. So your knees always want to point in the same direction as your toes. Okay? So when a lot of people turn, they will twist their legs. And like, so now, like this knee is pointing over here. And yet my toes are pointing over here. And so we don't want that because it damages the knees. So we need to keep the knees pointing in the same direction as the toes. So if you're turning your pelvis, that means your knees are going to go forwards and backwards, which really takes a lot of practice to figure out. Okay? If you drop your weight a bit more and then do it, you'll get more of the feeling of it. Okay? So your knees have to go forwards and backwards because your pelvis turns to the left and the right. Okay? It's a really deep question, that is. But as I say, it's a good question. I'm really glad that you asked it, because now you can all start thinking about, well, are my knees always pointing in the same direction as my toes? Because that is going to help to keep your knees safe. Okay, you're not going to be doing any damage to them. Yes. If you turn your foot with your knee, that's good. If you're doing an exercise where you are allowed to do that. Okay. And so when we do Shivati next week, there is an exercise where we do that, where we swing our arm up and we turn and we allow our heel to come up, that our knee and our toe is still pointing in the same direction. But the important thing is the leg that I'm standing on, that knee and that toe are still pointing in the same direction. Okay? So it has to, it's definitely a technique. It just needs to be done in the right place at the right time. Okay? And so people will ask, well, how much do I turn? Well, how far you turn is limited by your knees. Because there gets to be a point, like if I turn to here and I turn further, this knee starts to move in. And that's as far as I need to go. I stop just before I get there. Okay, and I turn the other way, and this knee is starting to drop in, so that's as far as I go. Okay. So These exercises are not about how big you make the movements, it's how well you do the movement. So if you do the forehands knocking exercise that we did earlier on, and you have just this small turn of your waist, and your knees are staying aligned with your toes, that would be good. But if you're doing this and twisting your legs, it's like this nice big movement, but it's not being done well because you're putting your knees at risk by putting them in positions they shouldn't be in. And we will talk about all this stuff again and again, so I'll go over it again and again. All right. So we have up and down, in and out, circles, and what's the fourth way that we can move our hands? That's in and out, yeah. Open and close. So open and close is where our hands move together and apart. And you can do that in all sorts of positions. It's often done like at navel level. You can do it vertically, you can do it horizontally, but if your hands are moving together and apart, it's an open and close movement. We're going to do Phoenix spreads its wings today. So you float your hands up to the height of your shoulders, your palms face each other. Now remember that movement in your shoulder blades. Gently move your shoulder blades together. That will open your arms up. Move your hands together by moving your shoulder blades apart. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale. Exhale. One more. And drop your feet. So if you know those four basic movements, you can do all of the exercises that we do because there's nothing else you can do with your arms. Now we may combine some of those movements, but as long as you know those four, you'll be able to do everything that we do in here. Good? Questions, thoughts, anything? What time is it? Don't say 7:05. 10 to 12. Okay. So we're going to put those movements together in a little sequence. Okay. So we're going to do up and down, in and out, open and close, circles, and up and down. So again, whether you are sitting or standing, we want to be as relaxed as we can be. Feet shoulder apart, toes straight, knees relaxed, back up straight, head up tall, arms relaxed. At your side. The introduction. Your hands float up to the height of your shoulders. Your hands sink down. Inhale, float up. Exhale, sink. Inhale. Exhale. So nice and relaxed. Push them. Float your hands up to shoulder height. Pull into yourself. Press. Inhale, pull in. Exhale, push back. Inhale. Exhale. Phoenix spreads its wings. Your palms to face together. Open to the side. And close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale. Exhale. Circling a ball. When your hands come together, imagine holding a ball, drop that ball down. Circle up one side. Drop and down. Inhale, circle up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Start at the bottom. Change that and circle up to the other side. Cross and inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Close it. Bring your hands reach the bottom. Bring your hands up to your nose. Turn the palm down, press down. Yes. Inhale, bring your hands up. Exhale, press. Inhale. Exhale. And your hands reach the bottom, and your palms to face each other, as if you're holding a ball. And just rest there and breathe. Noticing how you feel. Noticing the sensations you experience in your body. And then gently pull your hands apart. Push them. Inhale, pull apart. Exhale, push them. Inhale. Exhale. And your hands to hold that ball again. Does anybody get the sensation of this little thing between your hands? Yeah. The sensation that you have that there's something between your hands is your chi. It is the energy that flows through you. It is the energy that gives you life. It's the energy that nourishes all of your internal organs and nourishes every part of your body. It's what keeps you alive. It's what keeps you healthy. And it's what we're here to cultivate. Any questions, thoughts, comments?
I don't feel you have to do those exercises at the same time of the day.
You can feel it any time of the day. Okay? The question is, can you get yourself into such a relaxed state that you've let go of everything else and all you can feel is that? Because it is a very subtle feeling. And we have so many external influences of noises and things going on, thoughts going through our mind, that something that is so subtle as that, you generally don't notice. But when you do a very deliberate exercise where you're bringing your body, your mind into one place, and you're only thinking about what you're doing, it becomes much easier to feel that sensation. You know, is it easier to feel relaxed lying on a Caribbean beach or standing in the middle of 83 on the median there? You know, which one are you going to feel more relaxed at? You know, so if you're lying on a Caribbean beach listening to the sound of the waves and the wind rustling through the palm trees, you know, you're going to be relaxed and you're going to be like all blissed out and put your hands together and go, oh. But if you're stood in the middle of 83 going, oh my God, I took that by so fast. And you're going, oh my God, it's cold. And you've got all the noise of all the things going on, and you bring your hands together, the chances you're going to feel anything is like, no. But the ultimate goal is to cultivate yourself so much that your energy grows so much that you can go and stand in the middle of the median and go, yeah, there it is. There it is. I'm letting go of all of the stuff, all the crap that life has to offer. I'm letting it go. I'm being present, my mind, my body, in one place at that one time, and I'm completely relaxed and everything is good. That's what we do on our last class of the session. Okay, so if you can feel the energy after we've done it on the medium, then you are good. Yeah, but it is just a matter of practice, a matter of training yourself to put your mind and your body in that one place and to let go of everything else that's going on around. So the question is, over the last hour, who thought of something other than this class? A couple of people. That's okay. You know, again, it takes practice. It takes practice to let go of all of those thoughts. You know, because sometimes when you're doing something, you're like, oh, I'm all blissed out now. Yeah, man. Oh, my mind's quiet. Gotta get some bread from Jewel on the way home. Damn, I thought of something. Damn. You know, so those thoughts are always going to come in. And one of the things that may well happen is when you first start, you'll be like, okay, that's not bad. Like I had 3 or 4 thoughts during class. And then 6 months' time, you'll be like, holy moly, I had like 20 different thoughts. It's like I'm getting worse. It's not that you're getting worse. It's that you're becoming more aware of what's happening. So initially, you didn't know all those thoughts were happening and you didn't notice them. But the quieter that you become, the easier it is to notice them. Because usually we are far too busy to be aware of what's happening. And so you start to notice that you're having more of these thoughts, more of these intrusive things going on. And then you start to bring them under control. Okay? So if you never start to notice you're getting more, you're probably not noticing them. Like they're happening, but you don't notice. Yes? So, and there's always different, you know, you'll always have different days. You'll have good days, you'll have bad days. It's all good. Good?